Hello everyone, welcome back to the videos. It's wonderful to have you guys here again as always. Excuse me a moment. It is currently Friday, quite late in the afternoon. It's been hot and sweaty, so I think it's drink time. Oh, that's better. Anyway, in this video, I figured you guys might be wanting an update on the little Gemini. So that's my plan. Stupid train. So yeah, that's my plan. This thing's still here. Give some info on that in the next video. Yeah, sorry for the lack of videos. You'd think being really quiet I'd have time to make videos more often, but unfortunately it seems that I'm just as busy when I barely have enough work coming through to keep the place open than when I'm flat out. So haven't had a chance to pick up the camera and make a video and give you guys an update of what's been going on. But yeah, times have been tough at the moment. Work's just basically come to a crawl, if that. So I'm just trying to do what I can where I can to keep this place going. I haven't made $1 for myself in a number of months, but yeah. At least the business is still a business at this stage. People aren't buying my manifolds for some reason. Yeah, anyway, it is what it is. I'm not here to give you my sob story. We're about to talk about a little Gemini of mine. Quite a lot's happened. You might have seen a little sneak peek of it in the thumbnail or that intro bit there. I don't know where you guys last saw, but I got carpet put in. I fixed up the trans tunnel. I may have already shown you this, but 2 seats are both in it. Wiring loom from back to front. I got to connect all that shit up. Got all the seat belts in it. All the front and rear seat belts, latch mechanisms, bolts, everything, the whole kit and caboodle. So that's been good. Well, that's kept me busy actually. Trying to find seat belts and bolts for one of these things is not easy. Starting with a quarter of a car hasn't helped either. I put a tank in the back. The other day I put one of my old fuel pumps in it. Walbro 460 I think it is, and some bulkheads and AN stuff so that fuel can come in and out. So now I've got to add a filter, put it through the floor and up to the front. I've got to find a gas cap. Hopefully I can find an original one, but probably won't be able to. So I'll just see if I can find some universal thing to go in there. Yeah, that tank took me forever. Took it out of my other Gemini and cleaned it out best I could and plopped it into this. What else have I done? I got all the locking strip in the front and rear windows, because that was a right pain in the butt. Yeah, that took me a couple of hours. Another reason why I haven't really been making videos. Because I haven't had any money to buy any parts. Thankfully, I had quite a few bits and pieces stored away for that I was just waiting for time to get to fit. of which I've done, like the radiator, as well as that. I had a whole bunch of stuff in motion for this well before the work dried up. So thankfully, because of that, I've been able to keep going with both of these things slightly. That one is about to stop because I have no money to buy any more parts for it, and I need to buy parts for it. That one though, I should be able to finish. I've got everything here I should need to make it a running driving car again, so I will get onto that and film as much of that as I can for you guys. One of the other things I did to the Gemini is, it seemed like me convincing myself that I didn't need to turbo it. I ended up convincing myself that I do need to turbo it. So the Gemini's now got a turbo on it. Surprise, surprise. Quickly whipped up a set of my manifolds to fit in the chassis, a little eBay turbo, which should be more than enough for what I need. With this thing, I'm only going to run it on 98, 10-12 pounds of boost. Little eBay radiator, I got that in to fit. Got that to fit in there pretty well, I think. Added on a couple of old elbows and hoses and stuff I had kicking around, so that it's got hoses and stuff. When I can afford to, I'll have to get a fan for it. But yeah, it's coming along. Ugh. Excuse me, tired, not sleeping. It's coming along. I've still got a lot I've got to get for it. Again, I started with a quarter of a car. But I've got a bunch of old AN hoses and fittings. Hopefully I've got enough there. I can do fuel, feed and return. And then that way all I really got to buy is some bits of exhaust, which I have the old 3-inch system from this thing, so I'll probably hack it up and make as much of a exhaust system out of that as I can for it. I fitted up throttle cable, just a Commodore throttle cable. I just made it to fit the Gemini pedal. Yeah, still got a bunch of wiring I've got to do. Again, I've got to take half of this out and put the V6 loom in it, the computer, and I think I've done a deal for a set of injectors. Yeah, that's about it. There hasn't really been too much else that's happened with it. It's almost like these little cars were made for turbo V6s, because manifolds actually weren't too bad to make. The engine fits in there really well. I'm a little concerned about hood clearance here at the front, but like I've got perfect access to all the plugs, which I thoroughly enjoy. Both banks, stock leads and plugs will work perfectly fine. Just enough room to squeeze a 3-inch downpipe down through there and out. And then yeah, that's what I did. I had a couple of weld-ons here, so I got my coolant feed and return sorted. So that way when the time comes I can plumb the turbo up. The oil pan's already got a drain on it. I've got to make a drain hose, fit the drain fitting to the bottom of the turbo. Then I should be able to start it and run it. Oh, I've got to make the tail shaft. That might be the next thing I do on it, actually. If I get a chance, I might try and make a video of that, because I'm going to do the tail shaft myself. I've got enough bits and pieces here. I should be able to make one up. So that'll be the next thing I do, because then it sort of links the front to the back, and once I figure out a way to do the hydraulic clutch system on it, which I've got a pretty good idea how I'm going to do it, some sort of underdash system with the remote res, then that way it'll very much almost be a running and driving car. I've got all new ball joints sitting there for it, I've had for ages, so I've got to get new ball joints installed in it. I need to buy a new set of front springs and tire ends and rack ends because they're all worn out. But the front springs are, things just slammed in the front, so I'll probably get a set of just like lowered, first stage lowered springs, because with the V6 it should bring it down a scotch more. Someone's cut these ones up, which is why it's slammed, especially once I put the V6 in it. So I want to sort that out, bring it back up, get rid of the Simmons, try and have it as a move under its own power car very soon, and not a pusher anymore, because it's a pain in the butt pushing it out. Oh, actually I think that's one thing I haven't mentioned is the Rad Sport. You might remember from the last video the Rad Sport was hacked into two. A good friend of mine showed up here one morning with a Gemini front cut, which I was very grateful. Thank you, Quentin, for that. So yeah, I've got a whole little T Gemini front cut sitting here. So first thing I did was pinch the Rad Sport off it. I don't know how well it's on there. I'm not a panel beater by any means. I measured it best I could and lined it back up with the points where I believed it should line up, and it came off that one and the other bits came off, so it should be close, but it's probably not going to be perfect, let's face it. But anyway, I'm really happy about that. Turned out really well. I just put a coat of I think it was Rust-Oleum gloss black paint, kill rust shit on it. When I can afford an intercooler, I'll buy an intercooler, so then I can look into making the intercooler piping, and at that point it should be a running driving car, so I'll turn around, put it on the dyno and put a tune on it. Then it's just a matter of painting the bonnet guards, front valance, fitting the grille, and making it road registerable and registering it, and driving around, enjoying it. I'm excited to enjoy it. It's going to be a blast. I've got to make brake lines and shit, so again, once work picks up, I'm hoping it will. I'm really hoping it will. I'll get some brake line and flare threaded parts, and I got a double flare tool and a straightener and some other bits and pieces there, so I'll go ahead and make up all the brake lines front and rear. It's had the Commodore conversion on the front, so being as light as it is, it should stop pretty well. Anyway, that's enough rambling on from me. I just wanted to give you guys an update on where it's been, what it's been doing. I did have someone ask on the last video for an update, because I know it's been a while. Can't wait to see this paint out in the sun. This colour's really nice in the sun. Sucks all that fresh paint and it's just sitting here collecting bloody dust. Anyway. That's where I'm going to leave it in this video. Thank you all for watching. Please leave your likes and comments down below. I'll try and get a video done next week for this one. I'm hoping, being Friday today, I'm hoping tomorrow I can come in and make it a running and driving car. So yeah, I'll make a video about all of that. But for now, thank you again for watching. Don't forget, unleash the boost, CO2 the world, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.